So, Riot can't, how do I say this better? Riot doesn't know what to do with this item anymore. It's just, how many times did they rework Yuntal? How many times did they change it? They never get it right. They change it again. And let's see what they did. So, let's see if it's on PB, by the way. Let's see. We go here, we go to items. Whatever, new item set, Yuntal. It's here, 3000 gold and everything. Okay. So, it's built from BF sword, slingshot, and longsword. It costs 3000 gold. It gives 50 AD, 20% attack speed. But hold on. The crit no longer has 25 crit. Where did the crit go? It's no longer a crit item? Well, the passive grants 0.2% crit per attack, stacking up to 25% crit. Which, if I did my math correctly, it's 125 basic attacks. Right? Yes, it should be correct. So, guys, you remember when Riot said, before reworking crit items, right? Before making a crit item be attack damage or attack speed and nothing else, right? Because you have stuff like Infinity Edge, right? Infinity Edge is AD and crit. I don't know, Collector. AD crit, right? Something, whatever, right? But then you have Zeal items that have attack speed and crit. And these are the only items with attack speed and crit. And they said that's how they want to make the game. That's how that's how they want to make the crit items. And now they're contradicting themselves. This item has attack damage, attack speed, and crit. They say they don't want to do that anymore. And now they do it. Why? Well, because maybe the way they want to do it doesn't work as well anymore. I don't know. It's weird, right? Oh well. Oh well, right? It is what it is. So, also on top of that, that attack, like another passive on top of the crit passive, right? The stacking crit passive. Attack enemy champions grants you 30% attack speed for 4 seconds, 40-second cooldown. Reduced by 1 second per attack. Increased to 2 on crit. So, basically, you know how the slingshot, right? You deal like 40 magic damage every like 40 seconds. If you hit somebody, it reduces the cooldown. Well, the slingshot actually got an upgrade, which is the Yuntal. This is actually slingshot, but better. Because instead of getting extra damage from one basic attack, you get 30% attack speed for 4 seconds with 40-second cooldown, right? So it's a better slingshot in a way. That's what Yuntal is. That can crit after you stack it, basically, right? It's a lot to take in. It's basically old little tempo, if I remember correctly. You hit somebody, get attack speed. Right, so do I like this? Well, let's talk about Jinx for a second, because of course I'm the Jinx player, right? You know how Jinx has attack speed stacking on Q? 3 stacks, different attack speed. You switch your rockets, you lose the attack speed. You get it for the first rocket and then don't get it anymore. And then you get your passive, it stacks, different attack speed. You get little tempo, it stacks, different attack speed. So it's like you juggle so many different attack speeds constantly. And you add Yuntal on top of that. Now it's like, damn, how do I kite? How do I know how to kite? What is going on? I have different attack speed on each basic attack. It's so weird to kite with Jinx, especially if you buy this, let's say, right? That's something we gotta get used to it, you know? Just spam rockets, I guess you could do it, right? For this to kite, you just right click and you win, right? You become Twitch in a way. Okay. So, is this item good on first item? Well, my guess is that Riot wants to make this a first item because when you think about it, let's you play like a Xayah. What does Xayah do? How does Xayah deal damage? Xayah deals damage with her E. Right? She presses E, big damage. Essence River makes a lot of sense for her. Unlimited mana, so she can cast more and stuff. Cool. I don't know what does Samira want. Samira wants to go in crazy, deal burst, and get resets for her passive. Ooh, Collector is made for her. Yuntal, they wanted to design it in such a way that if you play a basic attacker, like Jinx, right, your main source of damage is basic attacks. That's what Jinx does. So they want to make an item for her, aka Yuntal. But people don't like it, so they work it, and I'm guessing Yuntal first is designed for Jinx. I guess. Yes, maybe. I don't know. Riot. Maybe yes, maybe no. I probably. This is my guess. Right, so yeah, I guess we buy it first, and then let's get into a game and see how this item works. Training, practice too. Let's see. We go my standard runes. These. Okay. Yeah, let's see what happens. Also, they changed static shift, because static shift, I feel like ever since, you know, guys, you remember, you might not have played for long enough, but static shift used to be in the game. It used to be yellow and everything. But then they removed it. Why? Because the design was bad. That's why they removed it. Now they introduced it again, and then LeBlanc mid was broken with it, and then they reworked it, and then it was broken. They nerfed, they reworked, they nerfed, they reworked, nerf, OP again, nerf. Oh, we rework, again, we rework it again. Like, why? Remove this item already. Like, what is this item? You can't figure it out even. Like, Yuntal and like static shift are the most controversial items in the entire game. So, let's say you're level 9, you're chilling, and you have your Yuntal purchased, okay? So the build path first. Is the build path okay for a first item? I guess. I mean, the BF sword is annoying, but if you can't afford it, you should just buy a long sword, you buy a couple daggers. The slingshot is actually pretty decent in laning phase, not gonna lie. I feel like the slingshot is kind of made for laning phase. You have it up, you basic attack, good trade, very nice. Especially with Jinx, you can do a rocket, and that's good. I don't see why not. If you can't afford BF, if you can afford BF, cool, you buy BF. If not, you buy something else, then you're gonna afford this later. Right, if you have this and that, and you can still not afford BF, I guess you start building boots. Right, this is what it is. But I would not go tier 2 boots. I would just buy the tier 1s and then save up for this. I really think you should build first item before boots, because they got to get nerfed. They're not that good value anymore. They're still good value, but not before you buy your attack damage, right? And also you wanna rush Yuntal. Why you wanna rush Yuntal before boots? Hey, it stacks, guys. It stacks. The crit stacks. You want to get it as soon as possible, so you get hit stacked as soon as possible, right? So let's see. I attack champion. I get attack speed from Yuntal. I need to do auto refresh cooldowns off. There you go. So I get it up right now. I get pew 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 pew, and then it stops. And then if you look at the cooldown here, every base attack reduces by 1 second, right? And this should work on minions as well, if only I enabled the minion spawn. Right? Let them walk up. And now we have it again. The attack speed is nice, but it's very temporary, right? And looks like, let's see. I think they need to add an indicator or something to show me how many stacks I have. But look at the crit here. I have 8% crit now. Let's see. Can I crit? Will Riot let me crit? There's a crit. Right? This is 11% now. And the cooldown from this gets reduced if you hit minions as well, just like the slingshot, right? So interesting, right? But let's test another thing right now. Does it proc from hitting turret? Probably it won't. It doesn't. Makes sense, right? So let's say there's a team fight, there's a frontliner, you hit with rockets, you cannot get close enough. The attack speed is nice. It's very nice. Honestly, as first item, I would say this feels good. Right? I would say this feels good. You stack it really fast as well. Interesting idea. Right? But yeah, BF is diabolical. It is what it is. But what I want to know is what you build second after this, right? Because let's think about our options for second item right now, right? So let's go here to crit. Critical strike chance, right? This is our options, all right? We have 4 zeal items. Okay, so we're going to put them in the same category. We have zeal items. And then Essence River and Collector, I feel like are starter items. I don't think you want to buy them if you go for Yuntal, my opinion. Right? Shieldbow, probably not. Early. Depends. But we are really only left with buying a zeal item, buying LDR, or buying Infinity Edge. Right, guys? That's kind of all I'm seeing here. So what do you buy second is the question. Well, let's see. We hit 0 armor target dummy. And first I should stack my passive up, my crit. Just to make sure, you know, we do concrete tests here. So let's max the crit out. And I'm gonna try first Infinity Edge. Right? But remember, this is 1,000 gold more expensive than this. It's insane. Do you want Runa second or do you want Infinity second, right? Because my opinion, without testing any damage or anything, is you have 50 attack damage, 20 attack speed, and you get 30% more attack speed in fights, in bursts, and so on. So it's like AD makes more sense. But people right now go Kraken Phantom Dancer. So why the hell can't you go Yuntal Runa? I don't know. Right, so Yuntal first will be one, maybe second or third item. But the thing with the stacking item is that you should buy it first, right? I don't know. And again, you can't really buy anything else first, because this is for casters, this is for assassins. There's no options to buy anything first on Jinx, unless you don't want to go crit, aka Kraken. Right? So let's buy the Infinity Edge. Let's see. DPS, what does it say? We get the burst of attack speed. And we did like, yippee, 7 something. Right? Cool. Where is my Runa now, for example, right? Let's wait for the cooldown. Actually, we could, there you go. I wonder if this works with Runa, if you get it faster with Runa. That'd be funny. Okay. Let's see. It's like 600 something. This was 700 something. DPS difference, not that high. Let's test rockets as well. I think it's important to test rockets. I'm hitting target dummy. It's fine. Rockets is like 400, 500-ish. Okay. Let's go Infinity Edge. Remember, there's 1,000 gold difference. I sold Yuntal. I'm stupid. There we go. So let's see here. Rockets is 600, almost 100 more even. Like 100 something more. Okay. So we know Infinity is more DPS. Okay, but what about the difference between Runan and Infinity components? Right? This costs 2,000 something. This is pretty much the same price as Runan. Is this more damage or not? That's important to test. I'll try rockets only. Let's see. This is not so good. Kind of very, very similar to Runan, maybe even less. So I don't know, guys. What do you think? I'm thinking, why the hell would I not just buy Runan second? I don't know. I would say this is just nice. Right, you got pew pew, you got attack speed, you're gaming, you have crits, very nice. And then you go build Infinity Edge there. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's very hard to say. Right, especially because I really like Runan. I wanna build Runan anywhere. So my idea would be Yuntal into Infinity or Yuntal into Runan. But I feel like Infinity Edge is just too expensive, man. Like right now in my current build, I buy Infinity second, but it feels expensive as heck. I'll be honest with you. And the thing is that if you look at Kraken, right? Kraken has 45 AD, Yuntal has 50. It's more AD, right? So I feel like you can get away with going Runan. And getting Runan second gives you a better spike than getting Infinity Edge components. Right? I would say this is cool. I don't know. Right, and if you want more AD, you can just buy BF or something before Runa or something, I guess, if you want that, but I will test Yuntal Runan Infinity LDR. That's what I will test when this build goes live, right? When the Yuntal changes are live. That's what I will test. This makes sense. And I guess we're gonna see if it's good or not. I don't know. We're gonna see. Right, we're gonna see. It's very, very hard to say, but honestly, overall, at least I'm happy they do something, you know? It's like, I feel like Yuntal gets a lot of hate, but nobody really did the math, because Yuntal damage was kind of decent. It's just the inconsistency of it, the early crit of it, the bleed is kinda annoying. I'd rather just deal the damage up front, you know? That's the problem with the current Yuntal. This fixes the problems, and it gives you attack speed, AD, and crit. So, remember why we bought like Kraken Slayer first when it gave crit? Because it gave attack damage, attack speed, and crit. It's insane starter item for Jinx, or ADC in general. But now it does give crit, it's annoying. But this is literally Kraken Slayer, but instead of every third basic attack deals a bit more damage, you just get crit. And in my opinion, it's better. I don't know. Right? And a lot of you might think about, what if you just go like for Res's River or Collector here? I feel like this, when it comes to like Yuntal, Collector, and Essus River, right? They are pretty much starter items. Why would you buy a second starter item when Infinity Edge exists? When LDR exists? You know what I mean? I just don't see it. So after Yuntal, you either go straight into Infinity Edge, LDR, if you don't care about attack speed, right? And buy Ronan last, or Resil item last. Or, I think I'll just go Yuntal, Ronan, Infinity LDR. Boom, there's my build, I'm happy. Yippee, yippee, yippee. That's how I'll do. But we need to do some damage testing, we need to see how it's gonna feel. But honestly, I'm happy they fixed the item, I would say. I think a lot of people look at it and say it's bad even now. I feel like this changes again the problems you used to have. Like the crit early game is annoying, right? Before you buy your first item, getting crit is kinda annoying. Farming without that, it's annoying. You don't get any attack speed in the early game, but now you do with this, right? And you got AD as well, and it's like... Yeah. But I would not skip Zil item personally. Because, as you saw here, the DPS is very close. Your Ronan is very cheap. It makes you spike faster, and let's not underestimate Ronan's utility and power out of combat as well. The fact that you can get more minions and wave clear faster and rotate faster and do all that stuff is not to be overlooked in my opinion. I played enough Jinx and League right now in the current meta and so on to know that the faster reset, the faster you like rotate in mid game, the better it is. And buying this is kind of cool. I think this is what I'll go for, guys. And you know, of course, right, you buy Yuntal, you start building this, you get more attack speed so you can get your Yuntal stacks faster. Yeah. That's true. Right, it's something to keep in mind as well. But how is this any different than the Kraken? Like, this is even better than Kraken Slayer. Runan or Kraken Phantom. Let's say you don't want Runan, right? You just buy Phantom, right? You know why this is better? Because Kraken is more expensive, 100 gold more expensive, and it gives you 5 less attack damage, guys. Like, Yuntal is a better Kraken. Like, that's it, guys. Like, it's that simple. No? Like, it's especially if you say, oh, but it's just attack speed. You get second item, Zeal, you get attack speed from there. Whatever. And you get flurry attack speed in champion combat anyway. So Yuntal is Kraken for crits, yeah. Kraken is starter item for on-hit users. Jinx is not on-hit user, she's crit user. So you should go Yuntal. Because your damage, main ways to do the damage is basic attacks and crits, not abilities. Playing Jinx, Lethality and stuff to W and ult to get the passive is like gambling. You shouldn't do it. It's so unreliable. You should play a Lethality ADC if you want to do that, personally. Right? That's how I feel. So, personally, guys, Yuntal, Runan, Infinity, LDR. Maybe LDR sooner than before Infinity if you really need it. Or you could just buy Last Whisper and then go Infinity. Because I feel like Infinity Edge, while it's so expensive and so on, the extra crit damage is just so good. I don't know. Like, it's so annoying to skip Infinity for LDR. Sometimes you have to. Like, they have Frozen Hearts and Rhinduin Omens and stuff. Kind of have to, right? But I feel like most games just go this. You don't even have to think about anything, and then just go LDR 4th. Call it a day. Last item, I don't know, Bloodthirster GA as always, that nothing changes, right? And there's your build for next patch. That's simple. That's literally it. That's literally it. Yep. So, yeah. Interesting. And by the way, Static Shiv is again a static Shiv. It's cheap and it has stats. Maybe you'll abuse it again, but I doubt it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, we'll see. What is this? PBE. Get the hell out of it. Okay. Cool. Cool. Do you guys agree with what I said or not? What do you guys think?